the pain away.
All right, John, thanks so much. Welcome to the Convocation Center on the Hampton campus here in Virginia. For an important CAA matchup on CBS Sports Network. UNCW visiting the Pirates, second and final regular season matchup between these two teams. Dave Bryant alongside the coach Sean Carney. Watching Kyrie Smallin on senior day. The first point of the day for the Pirates. Coach Hampton red hot. They've won 3 straight. We know UNCW had a long win streak snapped by Elon. Didn't play early in the week because of bad weather. Want to get back on track today.
Yeah, absolutely. And, both of these teams have been good offensively. The team that's going to play the best on the defensive end is going to come out of here with a win today.
First matchup at Trask in Wilmington. Convincing win for the Seahawks. In the visiting Whites today on senior day. 4 seniors, final home game. Hampton, one of the great turnaround stories in college basketball this year. 8 on the timer for Montgomery. Here's Sean Moore. Can Newby get going? Been cold of late. Front iron miss. Obioha hand the offensive rebound. Comes away to Beal Jr. Transfer from Norfolk. On the wing, it's Johnson.
Daniel Johnson with a really good stroke. Caught it quickly on that throw ahead on the wing for the open 3.
Team's 4th winning score, about 9 points a game. Greedy Williams, the perimeter. Obioha, almost 280 pounds of power. The 7-footer gets really physical. And on the way to the basket, going to shoot some free throws here for UNCW. Pirates started the day, and the UNCW Seahawks start the day just in 2nd place. In the Coastal, starting lineup for them. It'll be a big story. Sean Moore has been awesome. Greedy Williams won that game against Drexel on CBS Sports Network on Super Bowl Saturday in Philly. Farrakhan, one of the seniors we mentioned, playing his final home game here today. And more free throw for Obioha, 7-footer from Kansas. Quite a high school football player, too.
He was. He played 7-on-7 football in Western Kansas. I can't imagine lining up across from him.
That would be fun. Offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Not good for the other guy, that's for sure. Here's Farrakhan, some pressure in the backcourt. NCW's Nolan Hodge in the timeline. Obioha, the overplay. Here's Johnson trying to go 2 for 2 to begin the game. Greedy Williams got hit on the way up the defensive rebound. And the foul is called. Siddle set a UNCW record, 4 straight years of 20-plus wins for him. Talking coach with the coaching staff this week, rebounding is going to be really important. Trying to put a lid on Noah Farrakhan's offensive exploits today is going to be key.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so hard to win in college basketball these days. And for the success that his group has had has been unbelievable.
Maybe last 4 games has been really quiet. Ross off the bench for Williams. Hodge off the curl. An illegal screen is called against UNCW. Evan Thomas had a good chat with him a few moments ago in the Pirates locker room, coach. First-year head coach here. First year as a head coach Division I after several years assisting Ed Cooley with both Providence and Georgetown. He loves the buy-in and the pillars of success that really translated to a lot of wins for Hampton, a big turnaround story.
Yeah, they have. It is a great story, and he's so pleased that his older guys especially have a chance to have some success here and hopefully have some more before the end of this regular season.
Little Jr. across the timeline. And a bump on the sideline there. Farrakhan trying to get free of this hit.
Coach Thomas has really pushed a hard physical play today on both the offensive and the defensive end, and it will be a battle.
Sean Moore in. Montgomery coach got to take a seat with 2 fouls next to Takeo Siddle. The Seahawk bench. First-year head coach, 14 wins, surpassing last year's win total. 6 coastal wins. That's the most they've had in school history since joining the league. Farrakhan in the corner on senior day, nails a 3.
And that's a great sign for the Pirates for him to get going early.
Dynamic talent. Ruby, 0 for 2 so far. Obioha tries the high post pick. Trying to get the Seahawks star going. Can he get unleashed here today? Turnover. And Sean Moore can't handle that one. We've got a timeout. Underway here on CBS Sports Network. 8-4 Hampton A lead on UNCW. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Fresh Pet.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today we're going to work on our checking on...
Sorry, I heard checking.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
Always wanted to do that.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Pro-Enamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior and a member of a team. I will never accept defeat.
I am an American soldier.
Hi. Hi. Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Together, we can save the planet from all those soulless, self-driving sleep pods everyone else keeps polluting our streets with. Gah!
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,000 bonus cash allowance on the all-new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Fresh Pet. Good look at the Convocation Center on the Hampton campus. It's senior day. What a turnaround for the Pirates this year. Ivan Thomas, Coach Carney, brand new coach here, has done wonders. It's a brand new look for the Pirates, a much better team.
It is a much better team, and I think they're pleased with where they are right now, but looking to get some more before this regular season ends.
Well, UNCW, a serious contender to take the Coastal title this year in D.C. as we check your Fresh Pet keys to the game, Sean.
Yeah, for UNCW, they've got to defend from the start. They did not come out of the break in their last game very well from the tip, and they've got to attack inside. And for Hampton, it's going to be a lot about post defense and then improved shot selection to make sure they're shooting a good percentage from the field.
9 total wins a year ago, 5-9 at home, 8 victories this year. And a brand new look for Hampton, 14 victories under first-year head coach Ivan Thomas. Talked to us today about the buy-in for his players, especially the seniors, 4 of whom playing on the court here today against UNCW. After a one-sided loss at Trask, here's Farrakhan on senior day short. Hodge a hand on it. Newby's got the defensive rebound. Moore's on the move for Ross. Newby trails. Hodge. Contested 2. Tough shot for Farrakhan for 2.
Hodge had great success playing against that Eglon zone the other day, and he's very good from the mid-range.
18 points, partner, against Elon. 6 rebounds. Second most in his career. And the most in a CA game this season for him. On the other end, the response for Beal Jr., the Norfolk transfer, and team's second leading scorer in the scorebook for the first time. Ross runs the floor nicely. Well, Ross has 2 as the Seahawks respond quickly. UNCW beginning the day, 21 wins, tied for first in the Coastal. Top of the key jumper. Beal Jr. the miss. Newby the rebound, the run out. Here's Hodge. Absorbed some contact. No whistle. And they let him play here. Rebound Beal Jr. The 2 scores for Hampton in double figures. Skip pass, Moore almost picked it. Comes away to Johnson. Passing down low. The take for 2. And a chance here for some free throws for Hampton. Goods to the line to shoot 2, the freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Coaches will often talk about, making decisions and trying to do it before you leave your feet. In that instance, he got himself up in the air and then just dropped it down to Goods. Draw two free throws here.
8th all-time meeting, Coach. Head-to-head between these two schools. Dominant so far for the Seahawks. And Goods and company would like to change that. 1972, the only Hampton win head-to-head. Goods one more free throw here for the Pirates. Bristol Jr. is in, grad student, who played with Coach Thomas at Georgetown for Ed Cooley. Also went to Howard, third stop for him. He was big against Hofstra in the win against the Pride. 4 for 6 from 3. 16 points, 8 rebounds off the bench. And part of what Coach Thomas told us, Sean, in the pregame was that everyone's buying in. And when the offense is clicking, sharing the sugar is so important to this team.
Yeah, and it's a thing where you look at their assist-to-turnover ratio was good, but not great, and they need to assist on the ball better than they're doing.
The lefty McGriff off the bench, super sub, UNCW, just like that, is in the scorebook for Takeo Siddle on the stick back. What did Coach Thomas tell us a few minutes ago? Don't let him go to his left. A super southpaw. He is so dynamic for UNCW. Farrakhan for Beal Jr. Had the screen from Goods, didn't take the three, and it contested two. Beal Jr.'s got 2 field goals here today. High-paced, high-energy game, as we expected here. Stretch run, regular season of the Coastal. Good rotation defensively. Bristol Jr. off the bench has the pick. Here's Beal Jr.
Well, Hampton will double down and dig on that ball when it goes into the big fella in there on the block.
Bristol Jr. thinking three's got it. Splashes the deep trip on the left wing. And the grad student on senior day has got 3.
Terrific sign for Hampton that they're shooting it well from the three-point line.
Brady Williams works for Ross. Had the transition bucket a few moments ago. Tough shot, spinning, can't hit, front iron miss. Foul called on the rebound. We have got a timeout here in Hampton, Virginia.
Shot selection is so important for this Hampton team, and sometimes I think they have a Simone Biles degree of difficulty with their shots.
I like that. That's good.
But they're making a ton of them, and when they do, they're absolutely fabulous on the offensive end.
Win comparison last year, just 9 victories. Coaching change, 14 already. Here's Ross, inbounds play right to the basket, the rim run, and 2 for Noah Ross. He's got a couple field goals early here for the Seahawks off the bench. Tremendous athlete. Looks like a linebacker out there. Bristol Jr. in his 3rd stop. Picks for Bannister, a 6th-year grad student. And Coach, you're around this game for so many years. Senior day means a lot for the guys playing their final home game, right?
It does, especially for a guy like Bannister who's been here so long and, had an impact on the program and invested in the program. So it's really neat to see for a guy like him.
Struthers in, redshirt freshman, transfer from App State. Gets his first run of the game here for Coach Thomas. Out of bounds the baseline. Effort there from Goods, but he can't corral it. It's out of bounds and turned over.
Hampton wanted to get that post feed in there from the wing to the block. Farrakhan needs to take one more dribble down and break that foul line extended so he gets a better angle on that post feed and they don't turn it over.
Newby the feed, McGriff the touch, and the foul on the win the basket. Kamari McGriff shoots 2 free throws for Takeo Siddle. When we come back to Hampton, timeout on the floor. 16-12 game. You're watching college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Fresh Pet.
Okay, I'll only be gone a couple days, Rumi.
Yay.
I put all the important contact info on the fridge.
That's all USAA.
So you can enjoy that sweet, sweet USAA service while I'm gone.
I know how to get in touch with USAA. I can file a claim or chat right in the app.
Good idea. I should add that.
USAA, Auto, Home, Life, and Bank.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess. Less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
It happened to you guys?
Yeah.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text ZOOM to 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Tesnor, a key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text ZOOM to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose fat and get lean absolutely free. That's ZOOM to 231-231.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food. By Werner, the official ladder of NCAA March Madness. Reach new heights. And by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
In late July, the Seahawks visit the Bahamas. They play two local Bahamian teams. Also spent a day at the Bahamas Children's Emergency Hostel, a children's orphanage in Nassau. NCAA rules allow college basketball programs to take a foreign tour every 4 years where teams can play exhibition games against international competition. Really cool experience on many levels for UNCW. We would love to see Donovan Newby get going. A good foul, coach, right before the break. And on the left, he has one more free throw here. What's been going on with Newby?
You know what? I think part of it has been shot selection on his end, but also I think he's been very well guarded. In the Elon game, that was a 2-3 zone the entire game. I'm not sure how many great looks he got, but he may have a chance to get himself going a little bit in transition here as well.
1 for 2 from McGriff at the free throw line. Last 3 games for Newby, 4.3 points a game, 5 of 25 from the field, and 2 of 17 from 3. They need him to get going. He's arguably their best player in the stretch run of the regular season with a tournament right around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the reason they're so good offensively is because so many guys get involved, and he's a big part of that.
Struther is free. The freshman has got his first couple of points in the game. I imagine Coach Thomas has got to be really pleased, Sean, early with the depth of scoring.
Bounce off the rim, back off the backboard, and dropped in for 3.
Must be senior day, coach. Here's Ross through traffic. Kicks Hodge, baseline. Short this time. After that nice move a moment ago. Unique Rink has the rebound for Hampton. We apologize for the audio difficulties we've been experiencing. Working on those. They'll fix them as quick as possible. Struther is free for 3. has his second field goal of the first half for Ivan Thomas.
You know, sometimes shooting is contagious, and the Pirates right now are feeling good. When that ball gets reversed and they get an open look, these guys are burying it from the three-point line.
Seahawks coach have not hit a three. Hampton is 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. Good overplay defensively for Rink. And 15 to shoot here for the Pirates on this possession. That's a big difference. 75%, 83% at 5 of 6 from 3 to begin the game for Hampton.
Well, and actually, you know, Elon started in a similar way. They were 7 of 10 to start the game the other night. Yeah, Newby just not playing very well. 4.3 points, 20% from the field, and obviously not very good from 3 either.
From 2 to begin the game from the field. On the bench next to K.O. Siddle and Seahawks staff for now. Montgomery helps work into the corner. Yoha the touch on the baseline. 2 to shoot. Nice overplay defense there for Richard Goods.
Montgomery comes back on the floor with 2 fouls as well.
Something to keep an eye on. Only played 3 total minutes. 2 early personals for Bo Montgomery, grad student for UNCW. 2 on the timer. Inbounds play to Montgomery. He'll spin over Struthers. Can't get a roll this time. Ross battles. Trying for a fresh 20, but Goods just too strong. That's something Coach Thomas said will be so important, being physical and aggressive on both ends of the court with rebounding.
Took it right out of Ross's hands on that play.
That was physical and aggressive, Sean, right? Case in point. They're listening to the coach. It's got to make you happy. Tough shot. Bristol Jr. not close this time. Rudy Williams and the Seahawks trying to get untracked here. Been a bit of a struggle offensively for them. Corner miss. Rebound for Moore. Wow. Tough shot.
Athletic offensive rebound and then dangled up there in the air while he finished inside.
Each team 8 field goals early going here. Hampton at 50%. UNCW seeing the Pirates hit 5 in their last 7. Smith the drive, too strong this time. A rebound for the big guy, Obi Yoha. Transfer from Niagara in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Take off the glass, Greedy Williams for 2. Hangs and hits, tough shot.
Wow, physical guard. Got himself big shoulders on there. It's going to be a tough matchup for Trevor Smith.
Transfer from Northwestern State. JC at Chipola as well. 3rd stop for him. That was something. 2 difficult level shots back-to-back. Ross near steal. Struthers up top, 10 to shoot. Bristol Jr. thinking about a 3. Has another one. 6 threes first half here for Hampton. They are on fire from beyond the arc. Bristol Jr.'s got a couple here, Sean.
Bristol was 4 of 5 from 3 in his last contest.
Hostastra, 4 triples. A big win, part of a 3-game win streak. Skip pass, Montgomery. Williams, the lefty, thought about a 3. Now needs to do something on the baseline. 3 on the timer. Here's Ross with 2. Can't hit back iron 3. Rebound Montgomery, scraps and scores. But Montgomery, chance for a 3-point play. When we come back to Hampton, Virginia.
Well, that was created by Obiahu going hard to the rim, which opened that offensive rebound. Montgomery comes up with it. Great hands on that play. Goes ahead and finishes it.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Fresh Pet.
A moment like this, or this, puts you in rare air. Getting there requires a whole other level of confidence. Not to mention the right equipment and the right training. And the pros who ascend to the top of their field, trust Werner, the official ladder of NCAA March Madness.
Different dogs have different needs, like skin and coat, mobility support, and healthy digestion. That's why Ein's Advanced Health has different formulas, so every dog can be a healthy dog.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardians at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Hampton became a Division I basketball program, 95-96. They've made 6 NCAA tournament appearances in school history, but maybe the greatest memory for the Pirates, 2001 NCAA tournament upset Iowa State, marked the 4th time a 15th seed knocked off a 2 seed. Hampton became the second only HBCU ever to pull off defeat. At that time, Hampton competing just its 6th season in D1. Tarvis Williams led all scores with 18 points. What a celebration for Hampton that day with a win over a high seed. And during the month of February, CBS Sports celebrates Black history, recognizing its influence on our culture and society.
Dave, there are iconic videos from the NCAA tournament over the years, and that one is one of them.
It's up there, right?
Yeah, certainly Coach Steve Murfeld, head coach of that team, celebrating just a great win for these Pirates that year in the NCAA tournament.
Montgomery does complete the three-point play. And one before the break. Williams returns here. Ruby's on the court. Montgomery out next to Takeo Siddle, coach, with the 2 fouls early. Big story in the first half, three-point shooting, 6 of 7 for Hampton so far.
And I got to think Coach Siddle's disappointed with that defense, because similarly in that Elon game, Elon started about 7 of 10 from 3 and about 60% plus from the field.
Faircock struggles, 8 of the timer. Bounces for Goods, stripped away. Obioha the hands, free to shoot. Goods to the basket for 2. Heads up play by the freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina. Good court awareness. Put it in for 2. How about Elon? They are the streak busters of the Coastal this year. Not 1, but 2. Towson and the Seahawks offensive foul call.
Well, the big fella Obioha, he's got good hands. He got the strip. But then Goods picked it up and laid it in before the shot clock expired.
You've been there, Coach. It's not a good feeling on the bench, is it?
No, and it's got to end with a defensive rebound or a possession.
Good hustle for Goods. Stick back. Has the handle here. Good deep touch. Falling away over Obioha. Tough shot. And it's out of bounds the baseline, right back to UNCW.
Now they wanted to go right back inside the Goods. And in that situation, because of where the defender was, they went high-low, fed the high post, and entered it from the high post, and he had a good chance at the basket there.
Talk about depth for Hampton, Sean. 7 different players already have scored in the game for the Pirates. It's something that Coach Thomas told us pregame would be so important. Get a lot of contributions from different players to knock off powerful UNCW. Led by this guy, Farrakhan, the overplay, and on senior day, the hammer. Up, and away for Noah Farrakhan.
Wow, what an explosive play by Farrakhan.
That was something. More other end, back iron miss for UNCW. On the rebound for Farrakhan. 4 stop for him, East Carolina, Eastern Michigan, West Virginia, and now Hampton. And a foul call on the way to the basket. Driving there, Beal Jr.
Farrakhan gets himself out in passing lanes here, gets a strip, gets ahead, and flies to the rim. He might have gone over the Chesapeake Bay if he got a little bit further on that one.
Awesome. And a team that's 15, the first time these teams met. It was a 31 win, easy victory for UNCW at home at Trask. 14 points, 3 assists in the win over Hofstra. So 3 in a row. to the Pirates. Best win streak in Coastal play this year for them. Northeastern, Drexel, and Hoffman won 4 of the last 5. So red-hot Hampton team with the tournament right around the corner. Obioha trying to hold Farrakhan on the way to the basket. A lot of contacts near the cup.
Well, with Farrakhan, he's getting more and more confident. You know, in his last 3 games, scoring it at a clip of 20%. I think that field goal percentage number of 51 has been a big part of this 3-game winning streak for the Pirates. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense with that drive. He really prefers to go left when he can. But that kind of pressure puts a lot of it on the defensive end. And Farrakhan, he's a talent on the offensive end and obviously defensively getting in passing lanes.
Already, Coach, 7 fouls UNCW here in the first half, so 1 more free throw on the way. As McGriff has returned for the Seahawks. Big guy Obioha takes a seat. Farrakhan awesome in the month of February, 17.2 points a game. His best month of the year so far. That's what you want from your superstar, Sean, right? Finish the year strong.
Absolutely, to finish the season in a great spot, and he's doing it, helping this team.
8-point lead for the home team on senior day. Corbin has returned. First time for Corbin on the court, 32 in the white jersey since January 20th. Long-term injury for him. Ross free. Screen. Able to get a good look for a 3. It's out of bounds. Williams hits the paint. Turn back over to the Pirates. Corbin, certainly, Coach, a very important addition at this point of the year with the tournament up so close.
You know, he's a guy who will come off the bench for him at this point and hopefully provide some 3-point shooting.
Numbers for Corbin heading into the game here today. First minutes for him. Been a long stretch without playing. Long trying to get free. Spin around a move. No shot attempt. 15 to shoot here. Beal Jr. checked by Ross. Step back over Noah Ross. Short this time. Cleaned up down low and 1. Goods has been a man down low. Richard Goods, chance for a 3-point play. What a finish for Hampton.
The 6'9" freshman from Greensboro has been an absolute monster on the offensive glass.
That is a finish through contact.
Absolutely.
All those years.
Yeah, you know, all that time. You know, and I think, Dave, with every possession, this Hampton group gets more and more confident.
Agreed.
And more aggressive. Feeling great about their situation right here with a little bit more than 4 minutes to go in this half.
3.4 points a game for Goods entering play here today. He's surpassed that 7-0 Hampton run before the free throw, so make it 8-zip over the last 3+ minutes. Reedy Williams and company trying to get on track offensively here. They look a little bit lost. A little disjointed.
Yeah, a little bit of the defensive pressure is causing some of that.
Take for Hodge to the basket, back iron miss. There is a foul call.
Hodge saw some space there in the lane, took it on a right-handed drive into the lane, kind of got into the defense, created a little bit of contact, and he'll wind up going to the line to shoot 2 to try and help this offensive group.
Bristol junior coach picks up his 2nd foul, but we have the depth that Coach Thomas has. A lot of different bodies to go to who can fill specific roles for you. 1 more free throw for Hodge, a junior from Greensboro, North Carolina. And Bristol junior does take a seat for now with the 2 personals. Johnson returns. Freshman from Chicago, his first 3 of the game in the early moments. Confident bunch. They're playing well at home this year, and it's showing today against a really good Seahawk team.
Hodge was very good in that last game against Elon. Was that leading scorer, had 18. DJ Johnson, he's a captain as a freshman, which is really remarkable.
Don't see that very much, do you? I doubt many of your teams had a freshman as a captain.
Absolutely not.
Here's Long. Spin cycle move, free in the paint. No finish this time. Loose change rebound. 2 more. Daniel Johnson finds it and sticks it back for 2.
The captain with the putback.
There you go. Right on cue. Team's 4th leading scorer. NCAA Rookie of the Week back on December 30th. A couple of Pirates have had that honor this year along with Struthers. Real turnaround, and this could be a dangerous team come the Coastal Tournament in D.C. just in a couple weeks now. 13 days. It all gets started in D.C.
Well, Dennis Johnson, quick hands, bounces right back up there and puts it in as we go to break.
Here we go now, here we go, whoa. I've been legendary for my whole career. You think you know, but you have no idea. Yeah.
Eczema isn't always obvious.
Eczema isn't always red.
But now, eczema isn't always going to stop you.
With Ebglyss. Ebglyss is a once-monthly treatment to help those with moderate to severe eczema find real itch relief and real results.
Like skin that's still more clear at 1 year. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Skin that's still more clear, even at 1 year? Clearly, it's possible with Ebglyss.
Talk to your doctor about Ebglyss for eczema.
Together, we can save the planet from all those soulless, self-driving sleep pods everyone else keeps polluting our streets with. Gah!
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,000 bonus cash allowance on the all-new 2024 Dodge Charger Daytona.
Tuesday at 3 Eastern, head across the Atlantic for some world-class pitch play. Scottish Professional Football League matchup. League leader Celtic takes on Aberdeen right here on CBS Sports Network. 11-point lead here, Sean. Hampton on top on senior day. Are you surprised?
I am a little bit surprised, but it is raining threes for the Pirates. They're getting them by throwing the ball ahead in transition. They got fade screen action going, and then they're inside out with that penetration by Farrakhan to open shooters, and that's why they're shooting such a high percentage, because they're getting really good looks.
6 for 7 from 3 to begin the game here for Hampton. 86% from beyond the arc. They average 7 threes a game. So already almost there. In our first half with 3:21 to go. First meeting between these teams at Trask, a 21-point win for UNCW. It really wasn't close at any stage. Different story today, Coach. Wow, what a flip of the script here in meeting number 2 in the regular season. Farrakhan for long. Look in the half court. Beal Jr. Free throw line. Leans in. Tough shot. 2 for Beal Jr. Another one on the difficulty scale, way up there, Sean. And Ross and company get going. Good deep touch, McGriff here. Kick out for Ross. Good, really good defense made McGriff go to his right hand. Ross lost the handle.
Dave, on that particular possession, when that ball went inside to McGriff, they doubled down from the wing.
Time was call. Coming up, Coach, on AT&T The Half. We head back to our New York studio. Join Adam Zucker, Clark Kellogg, Jay Wright, Renee Montgomery for the latest around the hardwood college basketball. What a day and night as we head toward the end of February. Every game of the February frenzy is so important now. Conference tournaments get going really soon. It's going to be awesome. What a finish in the Coastal this year as well. Second half of the doubleheader of the CAA on CBS Sports Network today. Drexel have a big win over Charleston to begin the day at noon Eastern. And Hampton's thinking upset as well against the current 2-seed UNCW. Long, tough shot contested. Can't hit it from about 10. Hodge the rebound, almost walks. McGriff trails. The lefty spins opposite hand, but can't finish. And the rebound pulled down by Xavier Long. Here's Farrakhan transition. Foul on the way to the basket. So we talked about that big win for Zach Spiker and Drexel. Towson had the long win streak snap for Pat Gary, still on top. UNCW, the 2 seed currently. The Tribe, what a turnaround for Coach Earl and William & Mary this year. Charleston drops to now 11-5 and slips a spot in the standings.
Well, a significant improvement in the league, and Coach Thomas talked about that. He said from what he saw last year to this year, significant improvement by teams, and certainly those teams in the upper half of the league.
Farrakhan, good trip to the free throw line. On senior day, team's leading scorer. 1,000 career points surpassed last year at West Virginia. That was his 3rd stop, but making his 4th stop count. Emotional pregame introduction for him on senior day. Williams can't hit from 17. That's not his game. Newby's still quiet here, Sean. 0 for 2. Does have 3 runs and 2 assists. 10 on the timer. Into the corner. Moore trying to get free from the elbow and short from 10. And loose change rebound pulled down by Beal Jr. Confident bunch. Beal Jr. tries a 3. Not this time. Long defensive rebound for Williams. 6-0 run over the last 2:15 and counting for Hampton. Hodge stumbling through traffic. Could have been a travel. No call there, but it's picked by Beal Jr. Disjointed UNCW offense again. Not getting good looks.
Pace going up and down. An illegal screen on that far right wing.
That's on Goods, Coach. 2 foul on Goods for Coach Thomas, the freshman from Greensboro. Averaged 21 points, 13.5 rebounds his senior season in high school. The Metro 6A High School Player of the Year in Greensboro, North Carolina.
I got to try and think they get it in low to McGriff here and try and get him going on the block.
Less than a minute to go, first half. Shocking score here. How about Hampton? Huge lead on UNCW. Williams. Elbow extended. Newby thought he was fouled. Looked back to the official. Still talking about it. No call. Fresh 20. More on the bounce. McGriff. Good defense on Kamar McGriff again. Long rebound. Greedy Williams finds it. Skip pass pick. Look at Farrakhan. He's everywhere. Great rotation. Saw the skip and makes the interception for Hampton. That was great defense. Timeout, Ivan Thomas. 17.6 to go. An overwhelmingly successful first half for the home team on senior day.
We were all looking for some place to call home. But first you need a place to look for a place to call home. And that's homes.com because it's the best.
I told you, you cannot legally say homes.com is the best.
What if she says it as Morgan Freeman?
Homes.com. I can get this whole.com.
No. Well, how can we not say it if that's our new name? Think about it. Homes.com is the best.com.
All right, ATO play call here after timeout for Ivan Thomas. His team has a huge lead of 15 with just 17.6 seconds to go. Sean, first half shot clock turned off.
Well, I think that they're going to wind up with Farrakhan in a ball screen here in some way or another, depending on whether they hold the ball out for a last shot or whether they run some offense. But I think in any event, it's going to wind up with a ball screen, probably with Reese Mullen and Farrakhan.
Mullen's not been a factor offensively, just 2 points, 2 free throws for him. Lots of depth, lots of balance. Farrakhan has got 8 points, 3 free throws for him. Tremendous first half so far for the Pirates. Final moments, under 10 seconds to go. Law on the handle with 5. Watched by Ross. Step back, tough shot. Hits it for Hampton. Xavier Law on the Canisius Capitol building. It's incredible. Great history, great museums, great basketball. It's the place to be.
It is the place to be. It's a great arena. There's great seats in there. It's going to be an exciting championship.
All right, let's see if UNCW can get going. First touch, Obioha to begin the second half, and an overplay and a foul is called. Top scoring team in the Coastal, heading in. Top scoring margin in the league for its Kansas City. 9.6 per game before today's struggles in the first half. Case in point, Newby and Obioha are not on the same page And it's out of bounds in front of the Seahawk bench.
Well, that's a rough start for the Seahawks. It's a bit of a comedy of errors on the offensive end.
Largest deficit the Seahawks have overcome this year in any game. Georgia Southern down 14. Won that game by 8 in the Coastal. Down by 10 in Northeastern and won the game by 8. Mullen tries to get going from 3. It's out of bounds.
Well, the big fella has a good stroke from 3. He's not shooting a great percentage, but he was open. And I think Coach was fine with that because it came inside out after a paint touch.
24% from beyond the arc. Tyler Small this year does have 13 triples. Entering the game here today. No free throws in the first half. That's it for him, but a lot of scoring balance. And the three-point shooting's been awesome. 6 threes out of the 8 tried first half. Williams lost his footing. Effort there from Long. Timeout call.
30-second timeout.
43-26. Just underway, half number 2 from Hampton, Virginia. Pirates have a big lead.
We know you love the thought of sitting in a Parisian cafe. Or exploring the beautiful city of Rome. Or enjoying the vibe and excitement of the streets of London. 3 of the most beautiful cities in Europe and most visited by Americans today. But if you look a little further, to a place that everyone talks about, a place that has everything, and where nothing is impossible. This is Dubai. A little further than Europe, I'll give you that. But when you're flying Emirates, does it really matter?
Hey, my treat today. I don't think they'll take that here. Of course they take Discover. You're stuck in the past. Unlike me. You look rad.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide.
Pronamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love.
Isn't it absolutely bonkers that you can walk into a store, hand someone a piece of plastic, and they will willingly hand over Reese's cups? Forget flying cars. This is it. We're at the pinnacle.
With Verizon, trade in any phone in any condition. And get the new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with AI and a watch and tab all on us. That's up to $1,900 in value. Only on Verizon.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Under Armour and by Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Convocation Center on the Hampton campus. Second half, a doubleheader on CBS Sports Network and the Coastal. All Pirates so far over the Seahawks. 43-26 lead. Noah Farrakhan, coach, is the subject of the Reese's player profile. I thought it was interesting talking with Coach Thomas. He said he's so unpredictable. Not sure on each side what's going to happen with Farrakhan, but usually he lights up defense. It's been the case today with a big game. Newby a miss. Second crack at it. Another miss for Donovan Newby. And great hustle for Farrakhan. Loses a shoe, but able to save that along the baseline. It's all going the Pirates' way here, Sean.
It is, and Farrakhan's had a big part in all of it.
1 shoot, 2 shoots, doesn't seem to matter here. 8 points for him, 3 rebounds and 3 assists on senior day. Ball on the high post touch. 8 on the timer. Here's Farrakhan. Deep corner 3. Not this time. Rebound loose. Johnson a hand on it. Comes to Ross off the Seahawk bench. Can someone provide a spark for UNCW?
Well, interestingly, Ross has started this second half for more.
Greedy Williams. Chance for a three-point play. Much needed for the Seahawks.
Well, I work for a coach, Tad Boyle, who said that the most insignificant score of a basketball game is that which is on the board at halftime. Percentages will come back closer to where they are, It just depends on what can happen on both ends, offensively and defensively. I got to expect that the Seahawks are going to make some kind of a run here.
All right, here's the lefty from Eden, North Carolina. That's for a three-point play for Williams. A little boost, perhaps, for the Seahawks, much needed to begin half number 2. You agree with that, what Tad Boyle said?
I do agree with it, because you got to play for 40.
All right. Have to try for its 9th home win this year, surpassing last year's home win total by a lot. Big improvement for the Pirates from last season. Xavier Law on the touch. Johnson, 10 to shoot. Farrakhan thought about a 3. Gets the screen from Mullen. 5 to shoot here. Farrakhan has a 7-footer Obioha on him. Beal Jr. a deep 3. Front iron miss. Great hustle. And Long preserves another possession with a fresh 20 for Hampton. The want-tos there, Sean.
Yeah, you cannot afford to give up additional possessions on the offensive end.
8 to shoot. Mullen up top. High-low play. Works down low. Try to hit George Beal Jr. It's out of bounds. 5 to shoot here for Hampton.
You know, offensive rebounding percentage is a big number, I think, with the new analytics, and I think that shows Hampton leads in that offensive rebounding percentage category.
No board, so important. Something Coach Thomas told us to be critical today. Offensive foul call on the inbounds play. And Hampton, you talked about 2 different halves, tail of 2 halves here for Coach Thomas. They've not scored in the second half so far.
Well, I think it'll be interesting if they can continue with that individual defense on the ball and then also get themselves on the defensive glass and finish possessions.
No points for Newby, 0 for 5 from the field. 4 rebounds, so maybe it's up to Williams to get going offensively in the backcourt for UNCW. Kick out for Ross. Good deep shooter, passing Obioha. Good off-ball cut. Can't hit it though, and Johnson has the rebound. Freshman captain for Coach Thomas here at Hampton. Beal Jr. the take. Jump stop in traffic. Stripped away. Loose change. And Johnson finds it for 2.
This has been very opportunistic for the Pirates. And that's happened on 2 or 3 occasions where there were good strips, but they couldn't finish that possession and collect the basketball.
Another miss in tight. Bo Montgomery had a good look at the layup, but could not get that one to drop. Johnson 3 of 4 shooting after the fortunate bounce on that possession for the Pirates. 17 at half, 16-point lead, trying for a regular season split with UNCW this year.
The Pirates have run their flex offense. They call it chop. It's something that Al Skinner ran, Ed Cooley ran it, and they're going for a quick post-up, and they wind up with the foul with DJ Johnson.
Good call, Coach. Really successful coaches in their day, right?
Terrific. And it's unique in that most coaches want great spacing on the floor. A flex offense, which was started by Carroll Williams at Santa Clara back in the 70s. A flex offense is going to be entered usually at the elbow. Everybody's very, very tight to the lane with cuts and gives you some good opportunities, but very, very close to the basket.
Johnson, Sean shoots 64.3% from the line for Coach Thomas. We talked about the Coastal Rookie of the Week honor. Struthers have one as well. First time since Hampton joined the league 3 years ago. We've had multiple Freshman of the Week honors in the CAA. Here's Newby trying for his first field goal of the game. He's got it. Finally, for Donovan Newby, it's a 3.
And does that open the floodgates for the Seahawks?
UNCW fans hope so. Farrakhan lost in Ross's strip. Some contact first. In the paint. Montgomery picks it up. He's got 3 fouls.
Well, Newby was getting himself towards the lane, saw nobody picked him up in this Hampton half-court defense, and he buried that 3 from that right wing.
61st 3 of the year. First field goal of the game for him. Drive the basket, Beal Jr. Guess who's there again for Long? Stick back, not this time. Here's Mull in the battle. Oh, got away with a walk. Ross, the loose change, and physical. Wins that war. Ross to the basket, tries the layup in transition, foul hard. And shoots some free throws, and Takeo Siddle is pumped. Because Noah Ross shows the effort UNCW needs to make a big comeback here today at Hampton. Timeout. Ross, the steal. Shoots free throws when we return. College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Fresh Pet.
Had it with your old phone? We've got you. At Verizon, trade in any old phone for iPhone 16 Pro on us, on any plan. And get iPad and Apple Watch Series 10, all three on us. That's up to $2,000 in value, only on Verizon.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love.
Where are you headed?
Where am I headed? Am I just gonna take what the market gives me? No, I can do some research.
You know, that's backed by JP Morgan's leading strategists, like us.
When you want to invest with more confidence, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin, the only brand with True Source certified honey.
What's your favorite part of a Kit Kat bar? The chocolate?
Nope. The inside.
The wafers?
No, the stuff in between the wafers.
Oh, the in-between stuff.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
And try Kit Kat Vanilla.
Come on, let's go. Get off here. Touchdown!
Woo! Mountain Dew! Together, we can save the planet from all those soulless, self-driving sleep pods everyone else keeps polluting our streets with!
Different dogs have different needs, like skin and coat, mobility support, and healthy digestion. That's why Ein's Advanced Health has different formulas, so every dog can be a healthy dog.
Still a big lead here. Hampton over UNCW. Second and final regular season meeting between these two as we see who's reaching new heights. Brought to you by Warner Ladder. Wayne Bristol Jr. coach had a big game. 3 threes. 3 of the team's 6 triples for Hampton. The newbie 3, second half, was the first triple made of the game for UNCW.
Yeah, and that's unbelievable for as much as they're a terrific offensive scoring machine through this regular season.
Bristol Jr., grad student, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Standing free throw shooter. Came with Ivan Thomas from Georgetown to Hampton. 3 years with the Hoyas there. Numbers have been solid. So many different pieces for Hampton. I called the game early this year on the road in Williamsburg, not where you live, not too far. In fact, we had some food afterwards with Dr. John Giannini. And Hampton made a great comeback against the Tribe. It was a 1-point game late before William Mary pulled away. This is a very competitive Hampton team. I don't think a lot of coastal teams want to play them in the tournament.
No, I think that's the case for these Pirates. And I think especially when on the defensive end, they're guarding the way they guard today. There's great ball pressure. You know, every pass is contested. Every post feed is contested. And they are battling on the on the defensive backcourt for sure.
Ross coach hits 2 free throws. Junior Apex, North Carolina. Earlier this year led the team in rebounding in 4 straight games. That includes against Kansas. Only some Herculean efforts here to make a comeback. Down by 12. Only 3 second half points here for the home team in half number 2. Beal Jr. Here's Mullen. 5 to shoot. Big guy to touch. Bristol Jr. tries for another 3, looking for his 4th triple of the game. And Williams, strong defensive rebound for UNCW. Here come the Seahawks. It's Ross in the basket for 2. Big boost. Noah Ross has been outstanding in the second half.
He's been fabulous with energy. He's gotten some steals, got to the foul line. He's got an easy layup on that last transition play.
And leads his team with 8 points in the game. Shot pointed out, started the second half. Farrakhan, the legal screen is called. They get Mullen for the illegal screen. 3 fouls.
Noah Ross, a 6'7" player. He's been with this program for a long time. Gets himself to the basket easily. Finishes with that right hand.
We saw how pumped up Takeo Siddle was after the steal that led to 2 free throws before that last break from Noah Ross. So the game has turned here. 7-0 Seahawk run to get right back in it. An official timeout. We do have a technical foul call. I think it was Mullen.
It was on Mullen.
Yeah, complaining about the illegal screen call. That's big. That's his 4th, coach. So he gets 2 fouls on that sequence. The personal bend to T. And Newby to the free throw line, shooting a couple on the ball here.
And also the chance for Newby to shoot 2 free ones and make himself feel good about his stroke.
Trying to get going, right?
Yeah.
Mullen to the bench, trying to cool down, see what happened here. Called the illegal screen, then complained. That might have been where the technical came from.
Yeah, I think it came right after that. Yep. It was just a little too vociferous for the officials on that
choice
instant.
Words. You've heard a few of those in the one of your years on the bench, coach. Got to work the officials, right? It's about timing.
Well, we got a great crew here working today. And it's been a physical game, but I think it's been well officiated.
And a new game before Long makes the pick. Saw that skip pass coming. Has the interception. 11 turnovers in the game for UNCW. Lead at 8 though. Brand new game. Farrakhan contested 3 over Newby hits. That's a tough 3.
Stops the bleeding for him a little bit there.
Yeah, it sure does. Got 11 of the game here, coach. Ross has provided a boost. Newby hit the free throws a moment ago. Tries this 3, front arm miss. Look at the play by Ross. Tips it out from the baseline to Greedy Williams for a fresh 20. Possession saver for the Seahawks. Huge play. Newby physical with Bristol Jr. Knifing through traffic. Hangs, can't hit. He will shoot some free throws. This game is getting really physical.
And Newby's such a strong guy. Could be a free safety or linebacker. Got himself into the lane. You know, defense has to be in a legal guarding position there. And the big guy, Goods, had his, instead of having his hands up there vertical, he kind of came down horizontal. It was an easy call for the officials along the baseline.
All right, Johnson, another big foul. It's 3 on Goods. So he's got 3. Mullen on the bench after the foul on the illegal screen on the Tech. He's got 4. Sitting next to the Pirate coaching staff right now. Newby right back to the free throw line with a new game here. Things have turned. One more free throw for Donovan Newby.
One of the things as you try and come back from a significant deficit at halftime, you really want to see if you can just cut into it in segments. And I think coaches will use those media timeouts, you know, to utilize those segments and see if, hey, can we get it down to 10? Can we get it under 6? And I think that's what the Seahawks are doing right now.
1 and 2 for Newby. Have a lane violation first, though. So another chance here for Donovan Newby. And McGriff has returned for Takeo Siddle. If he gets going offensively, it could be a brand new game here.
And we've got the 2 bigs playing together, I think, for the first time today.
5 points, 2 of 5 shooting for McGriff so far. A couple rebounds. Rojas not been a huge factor. Just 2 points for him. And Newby takes advantage of the lane violation. Hits 2 free throws. And the lead is under 10. Tad Boyle was right. Ignore the halftime score.
And that guy's a pretty darn good coach.
I'll say. Wing 3, though, it's Beal Jr. Splashes the triple on the right wing. A nice response for Hampton. Every time you feel like UNCW is going to make a big run and close the gap, the Pirates pull away again. Newby strong in the ball one more time, bouncing for Ross. 15 to shoot for Noah Ross. He'll spin. He'll score.
Wow, what a lift he's brought this team.
He's got 10, 4-7 shooting and 4 rebounds. Farrakhan on the red. Over the closeout, and Ross hits a 3. 3-point shooting has been fantastic. 9 of 15 from beyond the arc. In the game today, and the lead back to 13 for the home team. Trying to win on senior day. McGriff, high post touch. Here's more. Spins through traffic, lost it. We have got a timeout. Bounce the baseline.
You know, these these three-point shots by Farrakhan are deflating every time the Seahawks feel like they're making a good run.
No timeout just yet.
It was like a head fake on that.
Pump fake. Those works. Pete Gillen talks about it all the time. Violent pump fake. 13-point game. He'll be out for now. Handle for Beal Jr. See if UNCW can make its biggest comeback of the season. Here's Beal Jr. up top for three. Another triple. The deep shooting story continues for the Pirates. They've got 10 triples in the game here today.
A lot of times coaches will come right back to the guy that's hot, and they brought it right back to Beal, and he has his second consecutive three.
They average 7.3 made triples a game. Outstanding shooting for them. Williams to the basket. Can't convert. Maybe Oha's there to clean it up. 2 points for the Seahawks. Now, we've got that timeout.
His teammates call him GB. George Beal with deep, deep range. Just burying threes on the last two possessions. And he's just raising up on top. It's challenged, but we're in a great spot. 58-44, Hampton leads.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Fresh Pet.
Thinking of updating my kitchen. Thinking of redoing our kitchen. We are finally updating our kitchen.
For all those people who never seem to get around to it,
breakfast number.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving. Really?
Really? At home or in person. That's guidance from Chase.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. Trained and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I am American soldier.
On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands. For any taste or any diet, at prices you love, delivered fast. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy. Psst, psst.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily gives you long-lasting, non-drowsy relief. Psst, psst. Flonase, all good.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love.
Is it the final vote?
We'll finally know which egg is loved most. Reese's or Cadbury.
Choose one. I choose both. Celebrate Easter with Reese's and Cadbury.
$6 never tasted so good. IHOP's Breakfast Faves combo is now just $6. Featuring IHOP's world-famous buttermilk pancakes, crispy hickory smoked bacon, and 2 eggs cooked to order your way. All for just $6. Part of the new $6 House Faves menu.
Tonight at 12 Eastern, get caught up on all the latest basketball news. Crew talks headlines and highlights inside college basketball right here on CBS Sports Network. So much happening today and tonight. February Frenzy is underway. Big games in every conference, including the Coastal. We'll check in, Sean, again with your fresh bet keys to the game.
Yeah, the Seahawks did not defend from the opening tip, giving up that field goal percentage. They have attacked inside. And then for the Pirates, you know, their post defense has been good. They've been bothering the two big guys. And I think their shot selection has been at a higher level than previously.
First game of the doubleheader on CBS Sports Network. NCAA Drexel did beat Charleston in Philly. The Jag Center 64-55. Second half, Campbell a 2-point lead on Towson. With about 8 minutes to go. Aggies of North Carolina A&T playing much better of late, leading Stony Brook second half as well. Bristol Jr. can't hit this time. Rebound Montgomery and company. Trying to get going here. Only 1 free in the game. That was from Newby. For UNCW, Sean, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. Tough to win that way.
And I think Coach Siddle continues to adjust his lineup to see who's going to be hot for him.
He's still out. Tough game for him. High-low play. McGriff gathers scores with the opposite hand for Obi Oha. The two bigs click nicely for UNCW.
Obioha is a fabulous passer from that high post area. He's got great hands with really good feet.
Nice dish. Junior from Tallahassee, Florida. Finish for McGriff. Lost the overplay, trying for the steal. Lead at 12. Bristol Jr. through traffic. Tough shot, some contact on the way to the 10. And he will shoot some free throws here for the Pirates.
Hampton went to their flex offense there. They're turning it, changing it side to side, and wound up with Bristol wound up with that driving lane right down the middle and drew the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Grad student from Maryland, really good free throw shooter. 83% on the year for him. Last 2 years appeared in every game for Georgetown. So his career. Howard was the MEAC Rookie of the Year, so a lot of accolades for Bristol Jr. in its 3 stops. There's one more free throw here coming up.
He's a terrific catch and shoot guy, and he's a very high arching shot on most of his threes.
He's got 11. Farrakhan 14. Field Jr. double figures with 12, so 3 10-plus points in the game here today for the home team. Ross. Montgomery kicks for Greedy Williams. 15 to shoot here, UNCW. Trying to get going. Looking for the second 3, not that time. Obioha the miss and a follow. And Goods just enough of it. Work that ball, Struthers. Confidence continues here for Hampton in the second half. Big lead. Goods on the bounce. Struthers tough pass to catch. And he's fouled and tripped.
Yeah, Ross had himself on the floor there and tripped up Struthers as he came off there as they continue to run that flex offense, trying to get good looks close to the basket.
2 fouls, no Ross here, Sean. So the coastal standings, we told you, Charleston losing in Philly to Drexel. That's a big victory for the Dragons to move to 7-9 in league play. Also had the long win streak snapped by Elon, also busted the streak of UNCW. Bristol Jr. again for 3. Can't hit this time. Front iron miss. Williams, the rebound, almost ran out of bounds there. Good pursuit of Goods. Corbin back in the game after a long absence due to the injury. Deep touch McGriff and a finish. Rolls around and drops.
Terrific post feed from Corbin, who had the ball in that left wing, and there was great spacing there that you don't want to leave him as a top 3-point shooter.
Second appearance in the game for Corbin. 8-game absence for him. First action since January 20th against William & Mary in coastal play. It's needed. Takeo City needs a boost here. Farrakhan on a bounce. Long the handle, baseline. Reverse layup for 2. Tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Here's Ross at the rim. Think of 3. Drano. Second triple, finally the game for the Seahawks here today.
Just think, where would they be without Noah Ross today?
Not in a good place, Sean. No. Not in a good place. He's been fantastic. 13 points for him, 5 of 8 shooting, and 4 rebounds for Takeo Siddle to date. In this road game for the Seahawks. Bristol Jr. jump stop needs help. Bailout Struthers. 10 to shoot. Here's Long. Spins in traffic. Ross to help. Here's the kick out. Long 3 again, Bristol Jr.
Bristol's not going to miss 2 in a row, especially when he's got that open.
All 4 of his field goals shown from beyond the arc. He's got 14 points on senior day. Been awesome. Williams for Ross. Did Corbin contribute back on the hardwood for UNCW? Good move there, Greedy Williams. Nice finish. Ruby has returned. Lead at 12. Hampton hit 6 of its last 8. UNCW 3 of its last 3, 5 of its last 7 from the field. So each team, Sean, heating up here.
Hampton in their kind of fade screen offense here.
Farrakhan the runner. Wow. Wild shot off the side of the backboard, and we got a foul call. There's some contact there, apparently. Enough for the foul. Greedy Williams picks it up.
Well, a terrific feed from inside out. It's a great way to attack defenses. You get yourself into the lane, pitch it out hard to Bristol, and he buries that one from that wing right in front of the Pirates bench.
4 threes in the game for Bristol. Entered play, shot 21 threes on the year. So he's been a huge star for Coach Thomas. Second to last home game. It is officially senior. They'll play one more home game due to the postponements coming up on Monday against Stony Brook. A lot of family and friends here today. Scheduled senior. We'll call it senior day. Does that work for you?
It does work.
Special time for the families and players for sure.
Coach Thomas with this group has talked to his guys all season long about starring in your own role, being really good at your position, being aware of who you are. And I think the Pirates are doing just that today.
Mullen coach has returned. 4 fouls, have the legal screen and the ensuing technical early in the second half. Newby pump fake from 3. Long 2, rattles out. Everything would go down for him. Mullen had the rebound. He does have a loose change board for Hampton. Sophomore transfer from Richmond. Trevor Smith gets some time here for Thomas. A lot of guys play for Hampton. It's tough to scout him, right, Coach? I mean, well, dude's getting time on the court. Cut to the basket. Struthers. The and one. Great off-ball feed. Struthers got it and finished it. And we'll shoot a free throw to try to complete the three-point play when we return.
Well, they're back in that flex offense. Trevor Smith gets himself right to the rim and finishes. He'll shoot a free throw.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events. Infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
We give thanks to the athletes who took big risks, who beat the odds despite being oddballs because of their skin. But to change the status quo, you have to be willing. This is the month we remember. But more importantly, we dream of something bigger.
Sean Hampton leads the Coastal, 7.48 steals per game entering play today. Been awesome, creating so many turnovers, wreaking havoc against the Seahawk offense.
Well, and some of these have been pick six, like my hometown Eagles had in that Super Bowl. You know, they got some skip passes, they wind up with it, and basically they're just making defense turn into offense as they get some good looks. Now, part of it has been UNCW has not been great in the passing category as well.
I was waiting for that Eagles reference. Took a long time in the second half. First time you mentioned it. 18 points out of 12 turnovers. A lot of smiles right now on the Pirate bench. Only 5 Hampton turnovers in the game so far. Active hands, been a big factor. Intense defense. Struthers fouled before the break. Does complete the three-point play. The redshirt freshman transfer from App State.
And you think about the contributions from other guys today. Struthers, Smith, you know, these guys have done a good job, and they've been in some zone.
Lots of depth. The grip from the baseline. Ross for Montgomery. UNCW has got to start a comeback bid right now. 7.5 to go in the second half. Ross through traffic. Hangs on with it, lost it last second. Loose change for Mullen.
Well, UNCW, despite that last turnover, has been okay offensively in the second half, but they can't get stops.
15th turnover of the game. They average 11.1. Speaking of turnovers, over and back call against Hampton. Miscommunication. He was 17.5 for Coach Thomas. 16 now. Second largest lead of the game here today. It's something else. Been dominant this entire game. Last UNCW lead was 2-1 about 2 minutes in. That was it. McGriff, good move, strong. Right low block, opposite hand finish for Kamari McGriff.
Speaking of zone, UNCW goes into a 1-3-1 look and see if they can't get some traps and turnovers themselves.
You like this?
I think they've got to change it up because doing it straight up man has not been successful for them.
Struthers. Here's Sean in the corner. Mullen double team. Pressure defense. Montgomery. It pays off. Strip and steal. Here's Bo Montgomery. Hangs and hits.
Well, there's one, but can they string 2, 3, 4 stops together to get this score back where they need it to be?
He's got 5 on 2 of 7 shooting. Pressure continues. Here defensively. Struthers thought about a 3. Almost trapped. In the corner. Another 3. Beal hits one. Quick timeout.
30-second timeout.
12 threes in the game for Hampton. We've got a timeout. On senior day, it's all Pirates.
What are we doing today, Coach?
So, today, we're going to work on our checking on... Oh. Sorry, I heard checking.
A bit of a misunderstanding.
I meant checking on how we can help save our customers money on their car insurance.
And whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage.
Precisely. Now, let's go again. Susan?
Always wanted to do that.
My turn. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
All right, John, as you pointed out, great defensive change for Takeo Siddle pays off. Well, Montgomery is the benefactor.
Yeah, they get themselves a deflection on this. Montgomery actually gets it. They look at trying to go ahead quickly in transition. Montgomery sees himself getting right to the rim with little defense from the Pirates on that last play.
The Seahawks have hit 5 of the last 6, but 4 for 4. Last 4 field goal attempts here for the home team. Maintaining the lead. Ruby skipped for Ross. Thought about a 3. Montgomery. Top 2. Hits. Mid-range game effective by Montgomery. Grad student transfer from Holy Cross. Team's 4th leading scorer. He surpassed 1,000 career points this year as well. Memphis. Bill Jr. lost it. Good deflection. Rotation. Newby got a piece. Turnovers here forced by UNCW. Rioja. Good 1-2. Stick back for Harlan. He's got a couple. And some life here for UNCW.
When he gets positioned that close to the basket, he's going to finish or get fouled or both.
You feel like under 5 to go second half. This becomes a very important possession. All of a sudden, it's 10. And look at that! From the top of the key, Bill Jr. throws it off the glass. It's a banked-in 3. When it's your day, it's your day. Incredible. I'm not sure I've ever seen that. Have you? In all these years?
No, I have not.
That was wild.
And I was just going to talk about how attacking a 1-3-1 can be a different play, and they keep going.
That one was planned by Bristol Jr. Another 3, make it 13 of the game for Hampton. Sometimes it just goes in. Newby on the other end responds with the second triple of the game. Oh, goodness.
Some of the guys in the black jerseys may want to play the lottery tonight.
It's all going the right direction here for Hampton. Bristol Jr. fakes a 3. Farrakhan. Kick out. Bristol Jr. tries another one. Hits another one. 13, make it 14 threes in the game now for Hampton. Raining threes. And again, when UNCW started to threaten, the Pirates pull away with deep balls. Newby needs a response. Not this time, front iron miss. Baseline rebound, Goods is there, along with Farrakhan, and Hampton's got it right back. 14 for 21 from 3 for Hampton today, shooting 67% from beyond the arc. Astronomical numbers. In the corner, guess what? Beal does it again.
What did I say about contagious?
They're all going in. 15 threes in the game. Incredible. New season high for Beal from 3. He's been awesome. Montgomery's long shot rattles around and out. And the lead is ballooned back to 19. Hampton has hit 8 for its last 8 shots. And a 6-0 run. It's a pull away again. Incredible. Ross, good hustle. And it comes away to Bristol Jr. And Farrakhan and company reset. Change of possession, fresh shot clock. Handles for Farrakhan. Checked by Montgomery. All with the 4 fouls. Good overplay, Newby. Saw it last second. Hustle there from Bristol Jr. And Greedy Williams and UNCW keep it. Coach, this is amazing.
You know,
pass from the perimeter that goes in.
Yeah, attacking the 1-3-1 can be really different. A lot of times you look at the diagonal pass for a lob, and then you kick out, get at gaps, and go from there. Good offense.
Our energy turns driving into a transformative experience. It takes handling and makes it super handling. Born on the racetrack and raised in the 3rd row. It pushes technology to be brighter. And that's the energy of innovation. Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess. Less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
It happened to you guys?
Yeah.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text ZOOM to 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Tesnor, a key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text ZOOM to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you lose fat and get lean absolutely free. That's ZOOM to 231-231.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
A lot to celebrate for Hampton fans here today in Virginia. The Sports Network's coverage of college hoops continues. Next, with the top 2 teams in the A-10, George Mason and VCU square off, and Cat Santa Clara taking on Washington State 6 Eastern. Finally, cap off the night, double dose of Mountain West action. San Diego State takes on Utah State in Logan, followed by UNLV going head-to-head with Colorado State at 10 Eastern. A couple of big stars, that A-10 matchup between VCU and Mason. Great year for Coach Odom and the Rams. That rank is pretty high.
Very high. And Tony Skinn and the Patriots are doing a heck of a job, too.
Three-pointer hit this time. Rose got it. UNCW off the bench. First appearance for him in the game so far. Season high for threes for the home team. 15 triples made. The prior home team Three-point output had been against Mid-Atlantic Christian, non-Division I team, back on November 4th when they had 13 threes. This is a much different opponent. One of the best teams in the Coastal, and they've drained 15 from beyond the arc. Williams ahead of the pack, goes for the layup. Will go to the free throw line, fouled by Bristol Jr.
Williams with that strong drive to the basket. Bristol with a valiant attempt to get that block, but too much contact, and it sends Greedy to the foul line.
Don't look down here, Coach, but Hampton's about to win 4 in a row.
And what a great thing. We talked about it early on in the game. What a great story the Hampton Pirates are. They get that 4th win in this win streak would be fabulous.
First year, Ivan Thomas going for 15th victory of the season, 7th in Coastal. Division Northeastern, Drexel, Hofstra. Now it looks like UNCW, the next victim. With a minute 27 to go in the second half. Huge lead there for the Pirates. Impressive victory today. They'll have won 5 of 6. Win over Hofstra, led by 19 at halftime. First ever win against the Pride. They've been 0 for 4 prior. Head-to-head with Hofstra. Corbin back on the court. UNCW misfires on a 3, back iron. No good. And right back to the Pirates. A lot of history being made here for Hampton basketball. Bannister's back in. 6th-year grad student forward. Chesapeake, Virginia on senior day. Gets some run here in the final moments. Statement win here for Hampton, Sean. A team I think a lot of coaches don't want to play in D.C.
Well, in some ways, in this last week or two, the CAA has been a little bit upside down, and Hampton is glad to be a part of it.
Exactly. They've had a lot to do with that. Ross trails, pass from Corbin. Under a minute to go in regulation. Ross can't click on a 3. Rebound for Bristol Jr. Every category dominated by the home team today. Total rebounds are 30-27 for UNCW. But basically everything else, and most notably the 15 threes of 22 attempts in the game, 68% from beyond the arc for Hampton has been remarkable. 6 to shoot. On the baseline. Lost out of bounds there. Bannister trying to get a shot up on senior day. Fans on their feet. Convocation Center. The celebration starts a bit early. Corbin, to an iron miss. Here's Ross. Follows for 2. Seahawks going to drop to 21-7. 11-4 in the Coastal. Start of the day tied with Charleston. 21 wins, most in the CAA. Clock's going to run out. And how about Hampton making 4 wins in a row?